Yes, hello.
Believe it or not, we're here to be educational and informative.
I know it's difficult from the videos that you've seen to believe that.
But we do have to change things.
Yeah. As most of you realised, I did a video a few days ago of the phone in the car, which was that some of the videos had to come down. They've come down, some of them have gone back up. I've been working extremely hard to keep new content and bring down the old content and then re-upload it in its new, informative and educational manner. Over the last night, what got re-released, I can't remember. Your Ramble, I've just re-released that.
I have no idea where we're at, if I'm honest with you. I really haven't got a clue.
Do you know the one where you sat at Stevenson Square?
Right.
That one, that's been re-uploaded and stuff cut out of that. The Park Life one, day one, where we ended up at Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That's been re-uploaded with the bits that was agreed taken out of it.
Right.
No, the bits around the doors, that sort of stuff.
Apparently I pressed that then. It's alright, it's just you'll only spit at me.
That's back up. I did another one as well. Oh yeah, the question and answer in the car share is back up. Well, that's episode 2 now, not 3, because episode 1's got lost. Because I can't find the original files for it. So I can't edit it.
Like I said, we're dead organised.
Yeah. I'm just with mine. So yeah, that's where we're up to. We do plan on doing a full bus check, because I've run through the checklist from the card now on the channel. So it's now just us actually going out and practically doing one.
I will be dressed slightly better than that though. I mean, at the minute, it's just a case of I don't want to sit in my shirt until I get to work. It's bad enough that it's warm enough out there to melt footpaths. So at least I've got some on. I wonder if I could pass away in this whilst driving the bus.
Are you a builder or a bus driver?
Both. I build hopes and dreams.
So there's a few videos we've got planned. The end of this month should be interesting. It should be a really good video coming up at the end of the month.
Yeah, which takes us well away from employers.
Well away from Manchester.
Yeah. We're going to need several batteries and about 9 to 15 cars. Because if that comes to fruition, even if that's a word or not,
I'm not too sure.
No, neither am I. Just sounded clever.
Ask
Rachel. Who?
Rachel Riley. She'll know.
If I was ever to meet Rachel Riley, I don't think I'd be asking her that. But yeah, that will be a car share and a half. You might want to book a day off to watch it, guys.
It'll be a story more than a car.
Of course it will. Of course it will. And we could just forget that's there and just chat as we do, as long as we have some boundaries.
Yes. So yes, that's where the channel is up to at the moment. We're changing how we're doing the car share. As you've well noticed, there's one camera because I've still got the other one on a head mount at the moment. Through me experimenting.
I always no, right. I'm not even going to say what I was saying then, but that's
trying something else I've seen on one of the other bus drivers on YouTube doing. I tried it last night, but me being an idiot, had the camera positioned so all you see was the CCTV screen for the entire journey.
Okay.
And occasionally it went like that, which wasn't really very useful. Wasn't what I was aiming for.
I imagine it wasn't. I'm pretty sure though on that other camera you can connect it to your screen on your phone so you can actually see what you're looking at, which don't really help when you look at your screen like that and all you can see, you know, is itself like a never-ending abyss, you know.
But no, so I'm trying something new for that. Yeah, it's very nice of our company though, isn't it, to actually support us, which is
yeah,
I'd like to get out there that they are actually supporting us. It's not a Johnny, and I ain't got no rephrase
better
that.
rephrase that. Edit.
It's not Bus Driver Johnny's channel where first just point blank said no. Our manager for our depot, it can't be said it'd be the same at every depot.
No,
but he's actually helping us, and because he believes it's good, doesn't it? So
yeah, of course he does. I mean, we're not trying to bring anyone into, you know, dispute. Obviously our views need to change a little bit more, but we can always rant between ourselves about that anyway. We don't have to be on a camera, but we've got to try and be more constructive, more informative, more educational. And if I'm honest with you, with the standard of the training and stuff from the company we work for, I can understand why. They put a lot of time and effort into the training, you know, the fact that they train the trainers all the time to make sure that they're not missing stuff. They really are quite thorough. So the last thing that they really wanted was Dick and Dom here just, you know, going with our views and not necessarily knowing all the ins and outs of the background.
I think it was that part-time car share on the way to work that sort of tipped that one off a bit.
I think it did, yeah. I think some people did get ticked off about it.
I think we lost the track of that one completely.
We didn't even have a track.
No.
That's how bad it was.
And that slipped through, which then sort of upset the Apple car. But, like I say, we were spoken to, it's been dealt with, and been told what we need to do. We're allowed to kind of continue, obviously, because it's still going up the videos. But needless to say, he's watching us closely, because I went in and seen him the other day to suggest him a few more ideas and how I want to execute them, and he'd been watching more.
Oh, okay.
So he's definitely one of our viewers.
Yeah.
Whether it's
and following on something that he said I never wear my high vis. So I am wearing my high vis now. I'm just not wearing a shirt. But I'm still on the way in. You know, I will look like a bus driver once I get in.
Should change soon, that's why, because the other video that I took him down was the history of the depot, which we need to redo.
Yeah, obviously we can get some more information about that.
That wasn't the issue with that video, was it?
No. Being in places where we're not supposed to be was that was the major issue with that.
Yes. Even though we thought we'd done what we needed to do, but we were wrong. But you know, stuff happens.
Yeah. Always for a reason.
But most of that video we can reshoot outside of the area that we shouldn't have been in, and then redo it.
We can do it from far away.
I want to get there's a few CPC videos that we're going to try and do that aren't really on YouTube. It should be good. And it will give people a very good edge for Mod 4 anyway, the show me, tell me.
Yeah.
Because I've got a great idea for, I don't mind sharing this idea because people will either say yeah or nay to it. But do you know the two runners are they went through the stage where they did the sketches from behind the desk, didn't they, like a news reporter sort of thing?
Watch the program if you are offended by violence. This symbol means you shouldn't watch if you're offended by rectangles. This symbol means that the program coming up is going to be a little bit naughty. This one means that we haven't said the program is going to be naughty, but it will be just the same, so we'll get a nasty
Well, you've got the weights and measures, haven't you, for the buses?
Right.
So you know how many people to weigh that and A equals B and all that jazz. You could do it on a news board.
Anyway, yeah.
You could do it on like a sort of news board with stickers. So like this, 30 people equal lift, unless you take one half off. You know, that sort of thing. It needs to be scripted, obviously.
Absolutely.
So all the facts are there. Yeah, so that's what's happening with the channel. You'll notice the blog's changed as well. Like his cyclist video has now got a
don't start, it's too early. Really don't start.
But,
You see, that's it, really, the one annoying thing is they're supposed to have CPCs like us, but because they're not governed closely by employers and stuff, where the employers actually really care about their driving standards and stuff, I don't think they do. I think they really do care just about their revenue, whereas who we work for, you know, they really push for driving standards, and obviously revenue's important, but the quality of the driving, and you know, if they can keep complaints to a minimum, they can keep like vehicle maintenance down to a minimum, stuff that's gonna.
have you noticed that while the taxi drivers have been striking in or protesting in Manchester Airport, it's been nice in town, hasn't it?
Yeah, because there was three parts up there at Manchester United last night because one had broke down, so his two mates had come and sat with him in the black cabs.
Yeah, it's been nice while they've been protesting at Manchester Airport. But no, that had to stay down. But I unlisted it, didn't I, if you remember?
Right.
I thought that would hide it. No, I got a comment on it 6 days later.
Oh, right, okay.
So there was a link out there somewhere for it. So that's now privatised properly.
I was getting quite concerned there for a second. I thought there was going to be a massive race breakout.
But we will refilm that one. And once we've worked out how to put it educationally.
Let's face it, we could all get on, yeah, if we give each other a bit of respect. You know, like, don't park on our bus stops.
No, that takes me out. I don't mind it if they park at like the end of it. It's
Yeah, where you can get in and out. Yeah, exactly. But when there's you and 4 other buses trying to get on.
Yeah.
It's a lack of courtesy, I think.
Definitely. But as he pointed out before, going off the topic of buses, because we agreed that car shares that we try not to talk too much about that. We'll talk about the current weather. It's sunny.
That covers that then, doesn't it?
Yeah. We had a wonderful downpour last night. That was great to drive in.
I know, I love the way it makes the road that a little bit look like less sticky.
Best bit was that much come down. The roads were just covered. The roads were streams.
No rare number plate.
Yeah, but it looks like he's the sort of person that doesn't follow any law anyway.
No.
So it doesn't really matter, does it?
Not particularly.
Yeah, it was covered and all the puddles come back. Just wants to stand out, innit?
I'd never really seen such a heavy downpour though, to be fair. But where was I?
I seen it reddish.
You see, this is how bad my memory actually gets, because I only worked yesterday and I can't remember. Oh, I remember what I did. It's come back to me. It takes a few seconds.
85.
I'm like a 20-year-old PC. You'll get there eventually.
You did 85s, 86s and 250s, didn't you?
Yeah. It's a great duty, that. I love it. 2 trips on a 250 on your back half. It's just, you know.
I had 3 round trips on the 203.
Oh dear.
Did you enjoy your 201s?
Yeah, they were pretty good actually. I got into town, I had a part up on Charlotte Street, and I just sat there for an hour, and then I thought, right, I'll go pick some people up now. And it was nice. There wasn't anyone staggering about all over the place, throwing money on the floor. And
201s have always been quiet though on the night ones.
I don't know, we've had a few issues.
Yeah. But I prefer doing that 237, that was great.
I know, it just needs to finish that duty. Yeah, exactly. I mean, now 2 trips now, they go like that. You know, it's like, oh, I'm going home now.
Because for us, that 237 is out of our driving area.
Yeah, it's somewhere new. Well, it's not necessarily new, but it's different.
It's not our area. It's Ashton's area, so it's nice to have that
Change.
difference. Yeah.
But yeah, I had a good bus last night. I'll tell you what, I did enjoy it actually, because when it did rain, yeah, with it being as warm as it is, it was nice to get sprinkled with water as it came through the roof or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it'd be leaking in.
I forgot about the window. My cab was swimming.
Yeah, so was mine. My right leg was soaking.
And I just thought, stop it. Same dampness is now in the box. The bus is soaked on the dash and let it carry on raining in. I just hope the dash was waterproof because quite a bit of water went in it.
Well, put it that way, right? The fault that it had with mine was I couldn't turn half of my interior lights on. Yeah. But when I turned the bus off and put it back on, the interior light on that side came back on, and I was able to have them all. So when they went out, we had to stop the bus, start the bus, and it all lit up again.
Yeah,
but when you asked me what the fleet number was, yeah, you'll know why I didn't throw it in.
165 it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 165, yeah.
The X-Magics.
It's a cracking machine. I just love the way it cruised as well. Not only did it go like crazy, I wasn't aware that Honda made trucks.
Neither was I. I really need to fit my arm.
There really are some occupants in that car. You really need to fit. Oh, did you see the dude in the garage?
Yeah, he keeps saying he'll give me money. When he gives me the money, I'll get him. Because I also want to see if said vehicle also has said horns on it. To see if I need to order some said horns for said vehicle.
Can't say I've heard of that manufacturer said. What model is it? I might get it from that. So it's a said vehicle.
Yeah.
So it's a manufacturer said or vehicle?
Let's just say it'll be far road trip, it should be good. Oh. There's quite a few new bus drivers now on YouTube. Doing different bits and bobs.
Yeah, but this is where we need to be different. We have to be informative.
People liked our rants, but the rants just didn't go down very well.
With you guys, they did. They were fantastic views, but as an employer's perspective, maybe not. I mean, if the average passenger or...
It could be constructive, Randy.
Yeah, we could be constructive, but considering...
We'll work on a script for that.
Yeah, but I have Irish blood in me, so I find it very hard not to say P, Q, W, F and anything else that comes into it.
Well, in the video for the questions and answers, I didn't bother beeping out all the swearing, I couldn't be bothered. Wasn't worth it. I was with people on the first episode that the swearing took it away a bit from it. So
I'm not being honest with you, I am being honest with you now, but that first episode, I'm pretty sure if you leave all the swearing out, there'll be and the, and that's about it.
So we are talking episode 2, because episode 2 is episode 1.
Right, you're starting with confusion now. Listen, I can get confused in an empty room when there's only a door and I've got to get in and out.
Episode 2 was the one that we spoke about taking the mickey.
Stitched up?
No, we were talking about people like how they put the pass on the machine.
Right.
That's the one.
Yeah. Memory jogged. It's exhausted now, needs a rest.
Yes, that's now episode 1. Then you got the question and answer, which is now episode 2. Episode 3 we'll be talking Uberish. Once we edited that.
Yeah, once we've...
Once I've checked that, I think that one's okay. I just need to watch it, recheck it. Because all eyes are on us at the moment. Oh, it's Saturday, innit? So we've got loads of room. I'm thinking, is there space next to that car that never moves? There is.
What was wrong with that one?
Well, never after this doors get dented here either, because no one actually belongs to that car.
Fair enough. Anyway, we'll pick it up later on when we finish doing what we're doing. Fucking flies off his windscreen.
It's an improvement.
Can get fucked for that. It's an improvement. How? Come on, hit me with it.
Well, do you know how they moan about shortages and global warming and all this shit? And like car manufacturers have to come up with more economical engines, don't they?
Right.
But they don't come up with the bodies that are more economical, yeah? So they're still using lots of metal.
Yeah.
You've seen the amount of metal signs knocking around that just get abandoned.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this? Because if you collected up all the bloody signs and reused them all,
You're saying you could make a decent bus out of it?
well, you could stop having to manufacture bloody signs for the amount of that's there. Look, there's another one that's just dumped there.
Yeah. Imagine if they made a bus out of recycled materials only. I mean, how many traffic cones, aka Sally's, do you see just discarded?
That's what I mean as well. All the stuff that's still manufactured and now gets left on motorways.
I'm pretty sure they could provide us with a van and some overalls so we could blend into engineering and we could go round and recycle everything.
Probably.
How many street signs do you think it needs to make a bus though?
Well, it depends on the size of the street sign, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It'd look a bit weird, don't you think? You have men at work at one part and then when red light shows wait here, you know, it's like...
But we could...
And I don't think we'd be able to get a wicked chair.
Well, okay, on that topic then, or moving slightly on from that, how was your day?
It started and it's finished.
Did you pick anyone up on your Mexican?
Yes.
Yes!
Yes. One person going up from Bess's to Ratcliffe. The driver's running. Apparently they are, yeah. Well, can I get on this? So I've not got a ticket or anything. Go sit down. And then two numpties from Bury and both got off at Prestwich. They weren't that bad actually, with someone to talk to.
Yeah. We meet all walks of life, don't we?
Yeah.
I met an old guy on the 256. Oh, it was great to chat to. He was on about how the old days of having conductors and he used to work in the mart. It was great having a chat with him. He was quite finished. It was great having a little chat with him. He was all nice and...
It makes a change, doesn't it? Having something. Look. Right. This is something that I want to touch on now, right? Because that's just flown past and told me. So just reminded me. I've seen one of those before, right? And it says, private hire is not a taxi. And on the boot, exactly the same as that one, it says taxi on it.
Yeah. You didn't do one in, did you?
No.
No, because I
did that one to Abraham Moss.
I got caught at Shoedale with their parking.
Alright, did you see Adam?
No.
I did, I stopped and said hello. Held everyone up. Old taxi behind beeping. He said, do you know your car's in a fuss? I said, do you know, I don't give a... Yes, I do.
And I got caught when you turn right at Shoedale and right in front of that takeaway. All the double parking. I've been me on a few times, no one moved, so I was that bored, and it's Saturday, there's no newspapers. So I had to take out the policy book out of my fucking bag to read the policy book so it looked like I was making a statement.
The actual driver's handbook?
Yeah.
I read mine all the time. I do. I take good care of it, it's pristine.
I did my 42B, I like that. It was a nice run out that for a change. I'm trying to remember the route, but it was a nice run out.
Oh, it's easy peasy the route.
Yeah, it's
right, left,
yeah,
that's
I
it.
remember in that little bit that I was struggling with at the time. And then at the same time I had this guy at the side of me. Now, I want to know what you actually want to do, what you do in this.
Right, no, I think I know the guy, you know, Is he with learning difficulties?
I don't
Was
know.
he sat there with his headphones on?
And he's singing.
Glasses?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which for Tesco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you tell what he was singing though?
No.
You get the odd word and you can act. I played a game with the passengers last time because you didn't have a clue. I said, if anyone can tell me what it is, I said they're a winner. So we were all guessing.
He was telling the guy to sit down as well. But I want to know what you guys would do in the comments in that scenario of he's getting louder and louder and louder. You know that.
Might have done it that.
Yeah. You know that he's got some sort of disability because he's got his disability permit, but technically you don't really know what he's got. He could have anything. So you don't want to upset him, but at the same time you need to tell him just to turn the volume dial off 11.
Well,
I just went to him, I just went, yo dude.
If it's the same person, right, that I had,
didn't tailgate him out.
it's not being very professional, is it?
No.
Your brakes work.
They do, but I don't fancy testing the rear bumper settings.
Anyway, if it's the same guy that I had on my bus, there was a passenger sat on the front seat, and when he got on the bus,
Was it an old woman?
It was a woman of some minority, okay? So she was sat.
Because the old, I know, that, yeah.
I'll fucking finish this in a minute.
I know exactly what you're on about because the old woman told me the story today.
Well, he got on the bus, he said he wanted to sit next to her. She got up to let him. He sat down and put his bag on the seat at the side of her, put his headphones on, started singing, and she was like, cheers, and that's a move.
Yes, it's exactly.
It's the same guy.
Apparently, one of the drivers had to ring his mother in order to get him to be quiet a little bit more. Apparently he's only just started being able to travel on his own. So he has to be learning to.
He's had some guided stuff then.
Yeah, which is why it's difficult because you don't want a comment because him singing, that's his norm. So you don't. If that's part of it, you don't want to send him out of his norm and then distress him. But it's a fine line between do you or don't you.
Yeah.
But I couldn't say anything to him anyway, I was too busy laughing. Quite frankly. I was trying to hold it in the best I could in the cabin. Every now and again you did.
I was dancing.
Every now and again you did that. Yeah!
That was the one he was singing last time. Highway to Hell.
But then you get to a song you really, really liked, and that was it was off.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny. Maybe we should be talking.
Verse and chorus, but
this is.
Bless him, man. Is that?
Yeah. It's the walks of life we come to. Like in the winter, you always tend to get the homeless that get on. Mainly the magic services. They'll pay $1.50. They'll get to one end and they go kind of straight. They just want something warm. Because there's a lot of that.
I know. I'm a little bit disgruntled with that because there's one guy that's got a weekly pass. Yeah. And he's up and down on the bus all night. And I've said to him, I said, look, don't mind you doing one trip with me, he said, but you've got to find another bus, right? It's a bad image because it looks like you're living on a bus, right? And it's living on stagecoach buses. I'm not telling you you can't travel on any other bus. I'm not saying your pass isn't valid, but I don't want to be driving up and down the road with you all night.
Yeah. I know.
He got abusive with another driver, yeah. And he tried it with me, trying to soft soap me. I was like, look, I'm not interested, right? I'm the boss of this vehicle. I'm the one that drives this vehicle. What happens on this vehicle goes on by my say-so, yeah? So I have to think about other passengers, not just you. All your passengers' safety and comfort, right, is paramount, okay? Now, some people might not appreciate the fact that they got on a bus on the way up and you're still sat on it 3 hours later when they're on the way home. It's going to raise suspicions. right? I know why you're there, but what is it to stop that passenger from ringing up saying, look, there's a suspicious guy on the bus? Yeah, you're posing a security risk, and he couldn't get his head round it and say, look, it's a matter of, it's national security, to be honest with you. So the last thing I want to do is turn right onto Portland Street. There'll be 72 police vans with all with very heavily loaded water pistols pointing in my direction because you've been on this bus for 3 hours, and someone that's got, you know, that's hypersensitive to things like this has got on the phone and said, there's the guy on the bus who's been there for like 3 years or something.
I normally make about the same rule, one round trip and then go find another bus.
You've got to.
But
you don't know what he's doing.
No. But you can see why they do it. Most of them just want to get on and get warm because they normally go sit near the back.
Yeah, I know, but that's the worst place for them to sit because they get warm and then the smell comes down on the bus.
Yeah.
It's like, alright, the homeless, they might not be able to, you know, wash and clean themselves all the time, or at any point, you know. But some people are genuinely on the streets through real misfortune, right? But there's a lot of them also on the streets because of their own habits. Yeah, they've undone their own life, they've become addicted to something, or you know, and they're there, and that's why you see them all over Piccadilly Gardens. When I started bus driving 10 years ago, you never used to see them. You wouldn't see no matter, you know, no homeless people anywhere. You'd see one or two. You'd still have loads of fruitcakes about, which I quite frankly, I love them. I love to see someone that's giving it large in a bus station, you know. Just, they're on top of the world. And that's because that's the way they're wired, you know. And it's fantastic.
But there's a lot of homeless about now, and a lot of them are getting younger.
It comes to the point, right, when I seen one guy the other day, clearly a homeless guy, and he was on another planet. I'll tell you how far he was on another planet. He was stood up outside the thrift shop, and he was asleep. His chin was on his chest and he was asleep. And I was at the lights and I was watching him and thinking, if he goes in a minute, he is going to go face first onto the floor, and I will cringe. And then all of a sudden it come to a bit, and then it's luckily for me the lights changed and I went, But another thing I have noticed as well is the corrupting other people.
I've seen a lot of them thieving off other homeless.
I seen something on Sackville Street, right, and it was a young lady and a young lad. The young lady was very well dressed. She had the newest trainers on. She looked like she'd been to the gym. She had a posh handbag and stuff, and she was sat in the bus shelter, and the next thing she just went flaked like that, right? Now the guy she was with was stood up and he was smoking something, and then he flaked out on the floor, right? At this point my alarm bells are ringing because the two people that give him the stuff were still with him, and as I went over to challenge, right, because I didn't want to leave them two for them to take them for everything they had, and one of the bouncers had also seen it, and I said, look mate, I said, I'm going to leave it with you, I said, because I need to go. He said, yeah, don't worry, it's you know, perfectly fine. I could not leave them there like that, because they would have took them for everything they had.
Definitely.
See, there's a lot of shady characters out there.
I know that a lot of the homeless, although it doesn't happen very often, do tend to also try and rob us. When we're walking through the gardens or whatever to go get a drink or whatever, they're the ones that are more likely to rob you. So if you are becoming a bus driver in Piccadilly or in any big city, watch, not all the homeless, but watch for homeless people following you.
Don't forget though, right, like we said, the passenger safety and comfort is your paramount, but you've got to take care of yourself as well. Don't get out of the cab and leave your cash tray behind, If you do get out of the cab with your cash tray, close it and put the pin through it, right? Keep it secure, keep it on your person. Don't put it in your bag, because believe it or not, it could cut the bottom of your bag, it fall out and you'd be gone, right? You'll never see it again. The only other advice I would give to anyone who's considering becoming a new driver, and they do go through all the various stages of schooling and get out there, if you don't feel safe getting out of your cab to go, to go and deal with any situation, don't stay in your cab, right?
Part of the training, that.
If you need the police assistance, you ring the police yourself and then you inform control. Okay? Don't be. You can put a call in, but you might be waiting 10 minutes. You need to act for yourself straight away. And don't forget that, you know, there may be other people at risk. So you've got to make quick decisions sometimes.
In the big companies like ours, you do also have your emergency alarm radio button, which means you jump to the top of the queue.
Which gives a different sound in the office as well when it comes through.
Yeah.
It's like a bloody air raid siren, is it? Well,
So if you're in immediate danger and you can't ring the police, hit it, kick it, whatever you do to it.
In an incident, a radio user can press the emergency button on their radio to trigger an alarm back to the dispatcher. On the dispatcher screen, the location of the user is clearly shown and the appropriate action can be taken.
Yeah. If anyone does try to open your door to get to you, I know, I personally know what I would do myself, but whatever you guys choose to do.
Don't be afraid of defending yourself.
No, don't be afraid of defending yourself, but also don't put, you know, don't hospitalise them. Yeah, exactly. You've got to look after yourself, and obviously you don't want to be laying someone out.
Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed our new educational and informative video, and we shall hopefully you'll see this.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, it's a great life on the buses. No matter what the time of day, you see the world on omnibuses. We're on our way. There's so much feeling on the buses.
It's made my day, that is. Oh, God.